Hey everyone, and welcome back to ICC What to Watch, where we break down the European football matchups you absolutely can't miss this weekend. I'm your host, Chris Murch. We are officially in the month of August tomorrow, and with that will come the end of all league and cup play for the 2019-20 season. A tumultuous one to say the least, with the COVID-19 pandemic stalling all play for months and canceling many of the summer's tournaments. However, every sporting league around the world should be looking at how the top four leagues across Europe and the footballing world handled their COVID restarts. Minimal positive corona cases, ability to travel and still finish out the seasons while maintaining this travel was amazing to see. And we know football fans around the world are happy with the results, even if your team didn't do well after the restart. I'm sorry, Schalke fans. This past week, we saw the end of the Premier League, which featured an incredible final day to determine European qualification spots. For Manchester United and Chelsea, it was a day of happiness, while Leicester City only qualified for Europa, despite being in the driver's seat for UCL play for the majority of the season. The other Europa League qualifiers, Tottenham Hotspur, were definitely glad to see a nice end to the season result in European play for next year. Since Jose Mourinho took over in November, the Spurs were actually the fourth best team in the EPL. Crazy considering where they started the season. Maybe they can win Europa next season and get back into Champions League. This past week, we also saw Juventus lock up their 9th straight Scudetto and get Maurizio Sarri his first Serie A title. Another trophy on the mantle for Cristiano Ronaldo, and a Juve team that is now humming into UCL play against a Lyon team that hasn't played in over 4 months. Can they go deep in the Champions League this season? Finally, we had the Coupe de France final where PSG knocked off Saint Etienne 1-0, despite an early injury to Kylian Mbappe that will see him sadly miss the quarterfinal matchup against Atalanta in the Champions League. Sad news, especially considering that PSG has another cup final today against previously mentioned Lyon. Let's start there with the Coupe de la Ligue final. PSG will be going for a domestic treble in this match. While they looked decent against Saint Etienne, they were a tad sloppy on defense and definitely felt the absence of Mbappe, leading to only 1 goal, and frankly some lucky bounces on the other end. Against a much stronger team in Lyon, PSG will need to bring their A game to secure another trophy in their pursuit of potentially getting 4 this season. Crazy. Can Neymar and Mauro Icardi put a few in the back of the net? Can Keylor Navas continue his clean sheet streak? Today at 3 p.m., we'll see if PSG can continue to accumulate trophies and momentum going into Champions League. Next, we have the most important match of the weekend, in my opinion, the FA Cup final between Chelsea and Arsenal. Raise your hand if you thought this would be the matchup for England's Premier Cup final. With Arsenal only finishing in 8th this season, they need to win this to qualify for Europe next season. They're accustomed to being in European competition year in and year out, and while Mikel Arteta objectively has done a fantastic job with this bunch that's taking over, lack of Europa next season would hurt, especially with the names and dollar signs attached to their players. The Gunners have looked good in FA competition and outside of it as well, knocking off defending champions Manchester City in the semis, and before that Sheffield United. They're ready and they can beat any team on any given day. Do they take the cup? Chelsea, on the other hand, would love to also regain the trophy after winning it in 2018. Their form since restart has been great and saw them qualify for Champions League. With Pulisic on the wing, Giroud all of a sudden becoming a goal-scoring machine, and a solid midfield, Chelsea are threats to win every game. They will be the favorites tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, but will again need to bring their A game. Can American Christian Pulisic get his second cup trophy after Borussia Dortmund won the DFB Pokal in 16-17? Hey, it would be a great end to a fantastic year for Captain America. And finally, we end with the most important match of the weekend for Serie A, Atalanta versus Inter. This is an important one for seeding purposes in Italy. While Juve already snatched the title up, Atalanta and Inter are neck and neck for second place in Serie A. With UCL berths locked up, this is mostly for bragging rights, but would be a good sign for a club like Atalanta, who has the budget of a mid-table EFL championship club, to finish in the top 2 of a major league, while Inter can truly rectify their 5th place finish last season. Both teams are on the up and up, and with Atalanta already making history with the most goals scored in a single season in Italy and looking to add to get to 100 plus, this game has more importance than people would perceive. The last days of Serie A should be a great time. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to click that like button and follow us at International Champions Cup on Instagram and Facebook, and at INT Champions Cup on Twitter. We will see you next week.